Welcome to the Sandro channel. Make sure that you subscribe. Hi folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans, and today we're going to be talking about Shrek 5 yet again. I am so sorry guys, but you know, what a coincidence here. Right before the Christmas break, right? I took like a 2-week vacation, but right before I went for break, this is one of the last videos I uploaded last year. And it was called Let's Talk About Shrek 5. There hadn't been any news about Shrek for a little bit, a little while. We knew it was coming. They talked about it for quite a while. They're like, yeah, we're going to reboot it. Maybe we're just going to call it Shrek 5. In this video, I go over a bunch of the details here and there. I talk about some of the plot ideas that were thrown about for this sort of like next installment, if it even is a next installment, because they might just reboot it, right? We don't know 100%. I'm gonna lean towards that, like it could be a reboot, but they keep talking, like they keep saying like Shrek 5, right? Antonio Banderas, we're gonna read this article that one of my fantastic subscribers, Anthony Garcia, sent me. He sent me this during the Christmas break, and what a great article. That's why as soon as I read this, I'm like, okay, I gotta make another video now. So here we are. And this is also great timing because we can talk a little bit about Puss in Boots, which has been doing pretty well. It just passed 150 million at the box office. And my God, everyone I've talked to has said good things about this movie. Look at these critic ratings. I've never, very, very rarely do you ever see a movie do this good. 95 from the critics, 93% from the audience. Those are huge numbers, folks. They're basically saying this was almost a borderline perfect movie, which is so rare nowadays. And I can't wait to watch this film. I really can't wait. And even these scores with this many, you got over 100 and 31 reviews from the critics, and you got over 1,000 people. Right? Over 1,000 verified views, even with these large numbers, right? Because sometimes these Rotten Tomato scores can be deceiving, right? If only like 10 people gave it like, 9 out of 10 each, that's a very small sample size, and Rotten Tomato will still give it like a 90, right? But with this many people, this is very concrete. You guys, some of you who have messaged me on Discord told me it was an amazing film. I gotta watch this one, so, hang tight. Maybe, I don't know if I'm gonna do a review on it, but holy smokes, am I excited for this film after seeing some of the scores and hearing the rave reviews from my own like YouTube audience here. You guys are really making me happy to go see this one. But we're gonna quickly talk about Shrek 5. Okay, so here we go. ScreenGeek.net is where you can find the article. And who wrote this? Jacob Dressler on December 19th, just before the holidays. He says, so here's the Antonio Banderas, like, a bit of an interview here to promote the movie, right? The actors usually do like a little interview here and there. So here's what we get. Outside of the Puss in Boots film, it's been a while since we've had a new Shrek film. It sure has. It sure has been a long while. Now actor Antonio Banderas has teased that Shrek 5 is currently in development. Okay, so this is good. In my past video, I talked about like how it had been, we thought it was in development. They kept teasing it and teasing it. And so no, this is a confirmation. We know it. And interestingly enough, he teased that specifically Shrek 5. Now, does that mean it's actually going to be called Shrek 5? Or is that just like the code name because it's the 5th Shrek movie? I don't know. I wish he would have just said it was, if he had straight up come out and said like, we're calling this one Shrek the 5th. That would have been, that would have been really good, That would have been really, really good. But no, we didn't get that. Because I think the 4th Shrek movie was called like Shrek Forever After. So, if they had called it something like Shrek the 5th, oh man, that would have been really cool, but no, he didn't really tease any of the plot details either. He just said, yeah, guys, you know what? We're actually making Shrek 5, and the fact that he teased this means that obviously Puss's character is going to be in the next movie, which is really interesting because if you guys go back and watch my movie just before Christmas, I do talk about the original plot. Okay, so the original idea was Shrek was that there was going to be like maybe one more wrap-up movie. They were going to do one more wrap-up movie, telling us about the story of how Shrek, like, we never got a Shrek origin story. You guys can see for the thumbnail, I specifically chose Shrek Swamp because that's what they were. The original vision for Shrek was there was going to be one more movie, maybe. The fourth one. The fourth one was supposed to be sort of like the event. Like, apparently, the fourth movie was supposed to be like the final, where they were going to tell us about Shrek's like past and origin, but they decided to go with a different direction. So, if there was ever a Shrek 5, assuming they're not rebooting it, we were supposed to get a story that tells us, how did Shrek get to this swamp? Where's Shrek's parents? Where's his parents? Where's his, grandparents? Where did Shrek even come from? We don't even know where Shrek. He's just always been in the swamp, like, where the hell? His house, didn't he say he built it? Like, where's his parents? Like, where do they live? We very rarely get like anything from Shrek's backstory. And I think a lot of people just want to know, like, what is Shrek's origin? Where does he come from? And that would be a huge thing. Like, if that was the plot of Shrek 5, that would put a lot of butts in seats. People would come out for a Shrek origin story. I really hope that is the case. But I'm still a little bit scared that they might reboot it. I am a little scared, I'll tell you guys. I don't want them to reboot Shrek. Like, it's been such a great series. So much, like, history, so much lore. We got 4 movies worth. I want them to keep going. I don't want to see a reboot. It's kind of like Ash Ketchum. Oh my God. I did a live stream last night and everybody's like, Sandro, I still can't believe they just canceled Ash. Folks, if you're a fan of the Pokemon anime, I'm still reeling, man. I'm still angry. How could they just axe 25 years of Ash Ketchum and they just said, no, we're done. We're moving on to some new characters and a new series, and what a heartbreaker. So I don't hope, I just don't want to see this with Shrek. I hope they make a Shrek 5 and not a reboot. That's my hope. So the actor spoke with Deadline for his upcoming film Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Banderas explained that he's been with the cat for almost 20 years and teased that what could possibly happen in the future. Here's what he specifically stated. I've been with this cat for almost 20 years, he said. The first time I did a Puss in Boots, I was working on Broadway, so I did my first session there. I've done 5 movies now. There is probably going to be another. And Shrek is probably coming back. So there we go. Shrek is coming back, but he doesn't... Is it a Shrek 5? Is it a reboot? We don't know. But my gut feeling here is that I think it is going to be a reboot, and I think Antonio Banderas is going to come back as Puss in Boots in the reboot again. I don't want that to happen, but if there is a Shrek 5 and they do an origin story, they kind of don't need, it's really interesting. They don't have to go back. They don't have to move forward with the story. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to see Shrek's kids. We don't have to see Donkey. They could just start the movie as an origin story for Shrek and never go to the future. Or maybe towards the end of the film, we get to see where they are today or what. I don't know. I don't know how they could do are we going to get a weird movie where it's kind of like Arrow? You guys ever see that show Arrow on CW where it's when the show first started, for example, we would get modern day Arrow, and then it would cut back to the island, right? Because Oliver Queen gets stranded on an island, and so we would get modern day scenes. Then we go back to the island. Then we get modern day scenes back to the island. Could we see that with Shrek, where it's there's a modern day villain that they have to go up against, and then we cut back to his origin story? Maybe this is the villain that killed Shrek's parents. That could be a huge story there. I want to see something like that. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this too. Where do you guys think Shrek 5 is going? Are we going with an origin story? Are we straight up rebooting and we're just going to get this first movie all over again? I want to hear your thoughts. But, of course, he emphasizes that the word probably more than once, but it doesn't take much to know that goes a long way in Hollywood. Just like how... I can't remember. Was it Kristen something? I can't remember. There was that woman who teased Frozen 3 was coming. One of the voice actors. Was it the voice actor for Elsa? I can't remember. But yeah, we know Frozen 3 is coming because like one of the voice people, I covered it at the time. One of the voice people like straight up said something like, yeah, it's probably coming. So the word probably really does go pretty far in Hollywood. This is certainly an exciting bit of news for fans of the Shrek franchise. After all, we haven't heard much about a new Shrek movie for years now. It seemed as though DreamWorks wanted to focus on expanding the franchise with Puss in Boots spin-off films instead. And that's not a bad thing, you know, like it's crazy to think that like Puss in Boots himself could just hold his own franchise. Could we see a spin-off where just Donkey and Dragon, you know? What would they even call that? Like the Dronky Chronicle. The Dronky Chronicles, baby. I want to see it. I wouldn't even mind if they did like a side story with Gingerbread Man and like Pinocchio and the Three Blind Mice or some shit. I would watch it. You guys know I'd watch it. Like I want to see them go wacky with it. But yeah, Puss in Boots, great character. You know, it makes sense to keep going forward with this character. And I kind of want to see what other characters they could possibly spin off with. Maybe if they ever bring back like Prince Charming from the dead, we could get more from him. But probably not, right? So yeah, or we could just see a new series that follows Shrek's children as they're teenagers or when they're older. That could be an interesting take too. You don't even have to bring Mike Myers back for a new Shrek film every time. We could just see Shrek's children. We could get a spin-off movie with King Arthur, and whatever happened to King Arthur, right? We don't know. So there's a lot of potential for spin-offs here. Now, however, perhaps is suggesting that Shrek 5 is in development will bring about more exciting news. Joe Crawford directed the upcoming film Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which was written by Paul Fisher and Tom Swirldo. The cast for the film is Antonio Banderas as the voice of Puss in Boots, Salma Hayek as the voice of Kitty Softpaws. The film's cast also includes all these people right here. And Puss in Boots: The Last Wish will be playing in theaters December 21st, which is long past, you know. And stay tuned to Screen Geek for additional updates on the Shrek franchise. So great article here. You know, I didn't see a lot of news outlets actually covering this little interview and the news that, yeah, Shrek 5 is in development. We kind of knew it was in development, but this is a hard stamp of approval that, yes. Now, if we were to quickly go, I don't want to make this video too long, but some of you guys in my live stream definitely pointed out some very interesting things. One interesting thing here. If you go to the list of DreamWorks animated productions on Wikipedia, we get a very long list of all the stuff that they've worked on over the years. And there you can see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which was their most recent film. And you can see here that we get upcoming. Okay, now here's where it gets interesting. We see Trolls band together. So, you know, big Trolls franchise here. This one's coming on November 17, 2023. So later this year. Then, now this one's interesting. Untitled film, February 9th, 2024. We don't know what that could be. There's a lot of potential things here. Dogman, that's a huge book series for children. You know, there's a bunch of stuff here. This one's based off of a board game. There's a bunch of stuff. What do we got here? Ronan Boyle and the Bridge of Riddles. Sputnik's Guide to Life on Earth, The Wizards of Once, I thought that said Gremlins, Meet the Gilmans, untitled fifth Shrek film, you know, that could be the one, based on the books, yep, and then untitled third Boss Baby. I did talk about this, yes, the third Boss Baby film. And just an untitled project. We just don't know what the hell that is. Somebody must have got a confirmation somewhere that there's just going to be another untitled project. So yeah, just a bunch of shit in the works. Could this be Dogman here, February 9th? Could this be the fifth Shrek movie right here? There's another untitled film right here coming in September 27, 2024. And earlier that year, March 8th, we're getting Kung Fu Panda 4. Just imagine how amazing it would be if we got Kung Fu Panda 4 and Shrek 5 in the same year. It'd be like having almost another DreamWorks renaissance. That would be amazing. Right now, that's all we have to work with. We know Shrek 5 is in development, and we know there's 2 slots right now for untitled films. Could we be seeing Shrek 5 as early as February 9, 2024? Could we be seeing Shrek 5 as early as September 27th, 2024? I sure hope so. That's my dream. That's what I'm hoping for. I really, really hope this movie comes out. I hope it's not a reboot. I hope it is a Shrek 5. And I would love to just see Shrek's origin. For the love of God, tell us the origin. But those are just my wishes. What do you guys wish for? Speaking of wishes, did you guys go see Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. More so on Shrek 5 rather than Puss in Boots, because I really want to hear what you guys have to say about Shrek 5. I'm just a huge fan of the Shrek franchise. I love Shrek. And I just want to see it. I just want to see where this goes, you know? So that's going to be the end of the video. Please comment down below specifically about Shrek 5. And again, if you're going to go see Puss in Boots, or if you enjoyed that movie, no spoilers, please. And that's going to be the end of the video. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And why not watch an ad for your boy Sandro? Thank you guys so much. Peace out. Bye-bye. And have a great day.